Hi Capricorn, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm gonna do some general energy pulls for you guys for August 1st through the 14th. I'm gonna be doing 2 this month instead of each week, only because I'm really busy right now and I don't want to compromise the quality of my work. All right, let's get your grounding energy here. I'm gonna, oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna pull a Black Moon Oracle to start. Let's see what comes up for you. Pluto Transformation. All right. So Pluto represents endings and beginnings for you guys. In this energy, it's not, you know, obviously it's not the card of physical death per se, but, you know, because in our life, right, we experience a lot of like mini deaths, as they say. But this is really more about the decks being cleared for you guys for new things to come in. Most of the time in this energy, you feel like the tickle of something. You begin to feel that something's a little off. Something's just not right. Something is going down strangely in your life that you might not even be able to fully pinpoint. You feel the change happening. You feel the shift under your feet, but you can't actually 100% pin it. So for those of you in relationships, if things have been difficult, it's either going to end during this space or it'll deepen and become a lot more fulfilling. Any romance that starts at this time is going to be really, really intense. So it's important to not try to control things right now. Just kind of give in to the ups and downs for a while, even though it might be really uncomfortable and some of the changes may be pretty painful for a lot of you. Now, for others of you, this can be a very intensely sexual time. So this could come in the form of, from a couple of different avenues though. It could be great sex or not enough sex. For others of you, strange sex, but very consuming, very much on the mind, definitely. And many of you acting on that. For others of you, in terms of job or career, this may be a time to get another one, to get another job, or to at least, you know, shift paths within your career, okay? But I'm getting a lot of you are very upset at in this space concerning something about your past that turns out to not be what you always thought it was. I'm getting a lot of disappointment, a lot of frustration. Yeah, I am getting that. And on a more mundane level, I do have to say that you want to be more careful with your finances here. Others of you may have an opportunity to suddenly move to a new home. But I know this, but be careful of water or sewage issues. That seems very random here, but yeah. But definitely things are changing for you guys. Things are culminating. Things have been culminating for you, Capricorn. My goodness. I mean, like, we just look back at the past, like even 3, even 4 readings that we've been doing. It's just about this change that's going on with you guys, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, let me just move that a little bit more so you can still have that. Yeah, so I'm going to pull a Celtic cross spread for you guys. I'm just figuring we'll get the most messages this way for this 2-week period. Yeah, lots of changes. We do have some nice. We have Venus and Leo square Uranus and Taurus on the 2nd. That might bring a little unpleasant surprises in love, money, or self-assurance right now, like you feeling very sure of where you're going. You might have a little bit of a scattered energy, but it's not going to be a big deal. Then on August 7th, we have Sun and Leo trine Jupiter and Sag. Amazing. That's really beautiful. It's like clarity and expansion happening there. I love that. Then we have August 8th, Venus in Leo trine Jupiter and Sag. That's gorgeous. So we have a lot of good stuff going on. August 11th, Jupiter direct at 14 degrees of Sag, right? It's been retrograde since what, like April? So now that it's going direct, it's going to be bringing us this forward movement, okay? So just like mark your calendar on the 11th. Finally, right? Things where areas we've been feeling blocked or areas that have felt very stagnant are going to feel pushed forward right now. So this is a really good thing. Yeah, and then August 11th, some surprises are going to be coming in, right? We have Uranus going retrograde at 6 degrees of Taurus, which is like really kind of cool. So development's happening. And then the 13th into the 14th, we have Sun in Leo conjunct Venus in Leo. Exciting news, things moving forward, great events happening. So all good stuff. Okay, so let's get to your Celtic cross spread. This is your situation right now. This is what's blessing you. We have strength. This is what's crowning you. 7 of Cups. Your foundation is the Hermit. Your past, 2 of Swords. Your near future, the 9 of Wands reverse. Representing you in the spread is the Queen of Wands reverse. External influences is going to be the Temperance reverse. Your fears, the 9 of Coins. It's a silly thing to be afraid of. And your outcome, final outcome, is the Fool. Oh, I love that. Nice outcome. Okay, good. All right, so let's talk about this. This is your situation right now. Is the Magician reverse, Mercury energy. This can indicate you guys being misled by someone right now, or at least feeling misled, or being manipulated or feeling manipulated by an individual who you're in a relationship with. Now, this could be personal or career related. And in this energy, what you see is not what you get. And it's all show, just not all truth, you know. Now, for others of you, because this is a general reading, I can't hit everybody all the time, you know, I try. So I try to give you as many things that I get, hoping at least one of them will resonate with you. For some of you, this can indicate you feeling very blocked because you feel torn between 2 paths that are in front of you. And getting many of you are very confused about, you know, whether you should hold fast to the path that you're on right now, or should you completely change direction? I'm not getting that there's much of an in-between space in this at all. It's like that or that. Yeah, but it's definitely time to choose one option and commit to it 100%, because whatever this choice is that you need to make, not making it is getting in the way of you progressing forward. So that's what I'm getting, is the situation that you're dealing with right now. Now let's talk about your blessing, because this is really nice. This is strength. This is a Leo moon energy. It deals with the 2nd chakra, which is about emotional maturity. Emotional maturity emerging through that 2nd chakra. So what does that mean? This is you not ignoring your feelings, but instead engaging with them. The idea here is that as you travel through the 2nd chakra energy to the 3rd chakra, that shadow between the two becomes your path to manifesting what you really want to bring for yourself, to these changes in your life. So what that really means is you getting in touch with things within yourself. This is not about suppressing feelings. Instead, it's about really focusing on your emotions and being productive in a way that empowers you. It's about you getting in touch with your psychic strength and your intelligence and your pride, right? We have Leo, this is a Leo energy, and your ability to lead your life. The fact that this is also a moon energy is forcing you to look at the shadow aspects of your emotions, which is just necessary, right, around change. Now, this is what's interesting here. We have the connection to the moon. Okay, so when we get this energy, we have to think about, what is the moon going to be like during the time period that we're pulling this energy for? Is it waxing or is it waning? So the fact that we are going to have a waxing crescent moon from August 3rd to the 7th, and it remains waxing, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's going to remain waxing until the full moon on the 16th, which tells me that this energy is going to bring energetic light to your circumstances. Now, if it were waning during this time, it would be more draining. But I'm getting it's going to be really energizing you. So in this way, it's a very positive energy. This really wants you to step back and observe your feelings as they happen during this time, rather than react to them. And you know, that's easier said than done. You know, sometimes I know. But I like this for you. Yeah. Now, for some of you in relationships, you might be in a space of feeling the need to balance out your relationship. Maybe you went through a time where things were very tested, but this does indicate the situation improving for good or bad. And what I mean by that is, if you're in a space where things have been very bad for a very long time, things will end. And that is a good thing, okay? You're going to end up coming into the space of recognizing that this is a bad thing for your life, but in that way it's positive because at least there's a decision made. Something is arrived at. Like, I just feel like so many of you have been in this almost purgatory type space, having to do, and I'm not only with relationships, a lot of you even with your jobs, but I feel like things resolving themselves now. Tension at work can resolve themselves gently without force. For others of you in your home space, you may be in a position of needing to support someone who you have a close relationship with somebody who has very strong opinions. Some of you may actually find yourself in a position of needing to play mediator right now for somebody close to you. Maybe they're in a situation you're needing to just kind of like help them through things. Okay. In crowning energy, we have the Seven of Cups. I like this Seven of Cups. It's a Venus and Scorpio energy. Venus wants you to make, what does Venus want? Venus wants to make dreams come true. But it's also the planet of romantic illusion, and her promises can't be completely filled without a lot of effort and time. So many of you may be presented with a very tantalizing set of possibilities in your life right now, but none of them are offering you guarantees at this point. And that's scary. That's scary to Capricorn. Capricorns, you really like to have that guarantee. But is that ever even really possible, right? So if you're thinking about which path should you pursue, I'm getting that many of you are thinking about that. Which path should I pick? Which option is most likely to pay off for me in the end? And in the most basic sense, the Seven of Cups is about having, I always say, 5 beautiful choices. There are 5 beautiful cups about wisdom and higher consciousness and attainment and things coming to fruition. But then there are these 2 other cups that we don't quite know what to make of, right? So it's like the process of manifestation is crowning you. Things are still formulating and forming themselves in your life. So a really good mantra, for you to adopt right now is, it's like words are cheap, talk is cheap, actions speak louder than words, So since these paths in front of you haven't completely structured themselves and materialized themselves yet, it's just important for you to be very aware and reality-based as you move forward at this time. Really be careful to not play mind games with yourself. Don't try to glorify something in your life that isn't working, but you really don't want to let it go. Yeah. Because this is the energy. It's very easy to get caught up in fantasy and illusions and dreams and lose yourself in thought. Yeah. And I do want to say for others of you, and I don't always get this, but I am getting this right now. This has a Scorpio connection. And I'm getting a message here that since the Seven of Cups could also symbolize the souls of the dead, and which is indicated in Scorpio, because that is the sign of, sex, death, of the people's money. Many of you may feel very connected to the spirit world right now, where you're feeling this very unspoken connection to loved ones who have passed over. Now, this can show itself in reality by you suddenly recognizing things that remind you of someone who's passed, having dreams about them, or just feeling very inexplicably like connected, or just thinking about them more than usual. So that's only them trying to help you out during this time and to just guide you, right? So for those of you who are feeling, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but if that's resonating with you, very much keep your heart space open. Breathe deeply so that you can accept any messages that they're trying to send you. Okay, and then we have in the foundation energies the Hermit. 3rd chakra energy, which shows me you recognizing that in order for you to progress forward, you have to get in touch with the feelings that you've been keeping hidden within yourself, because it's only through recognizing those feelings that you haven't wanted to really look at that you'll be able to move forward with a really open heart. Many of you may be in a space where you're looking externally for answers when the answers are really within you. You know, this is a Mercury conjunct energy, which has to do with fast connections, fast decisions, a chance to make decisions that'll be lasting, and ones that are going to ultimately serve your highest good. So I'm getting many of you feeling very, very pensive during this time, always with the Hermit, right? It's a Virgo energy. Very pensive, just in a space of trying to figure it all out in the most honest way that you can, just wanting to move forward in a much healthier way than you have been, you know? Just being really ready to just bring good things to yourself. And then we have in your past the Two of Swords. Okay. All right, this shows me a couple of things. Okay, this shows me that you were in a space of thinking before making a decision, or thinking things through, thinking through some sort of decision. But in a place, like, this is the stalemate card, right? But in this deck, you see the rays of sun in front of her, trying to guide her to wise emotional choices so that she can tap into her true power. And the true power, what does true power mean? True power means absolute honesty and accountability. And I have to tell you what I'm getting. Okay. You know, we can blame those who hurt us when we purposely fail at something, but they can't take credit for our success. But instead, our failure validates our experience of abuse within something, right? So this energy wants you to think about this. What have you allowed to take place in your life that has gotten in the way of you being successful? And by success, I mean happy. Right? And you don't want to resist this answer, because resistance here can overshadow your ability to move forward. Right? This is a time for you to really get in touch with what you emotionally stand for. I feel like a lot of you are going through this now. I mean, I'm recording this on the 25th of July. I feel like you guys are kind of going into this time period in this space. So if a person or situation you feel has prevented you from progressing forward in your life in the highest possible way, it's very important that you identify that, right? And with the fact that you did allow it to happen, and then once you acknowledge that, forgive yourself and make the choice not to turn your back on your emotions, because that only keeps you safe from the possibility of feeling them. And that right there will keep you in a low vibrational frequency that creates only a very temporary safety net for you. So look, the reality is, and this goes for mankind, I think, right? You may never be totally ready to change the status quo of your life, but you may need to take action anyway, you know, because of external situations going on in your life. And I'm getting that this is where many of you are coming from as you go into this Nine of Wands reverse energy. You know, this is your near future. So this is a Moon and Sag energy, and this tells me that you're going to have to endure some strong opposition, which may seem unfair, because you feel like you're putting in all this hard work into something. This could be your relationships, this could be your career. You're just putting out, and you're receiving very little in return in this energy. But no matter how much you give, it just never seems to be enough. And that you're going to be dealing with someone who is exceedingly demanding, or at the very least, highly unreasonable. And that's very demotivating, right? So you're going to be in this space of feeling demotivated to continue in something. So this could be a relationship, this could be a career, but I'm getting many of you in relationships may have to deal with an individual who becomes very defensive because you want to address things and make changes in ways that are uncomfortable for them. So you want to have conversations and you want to address their behaviors, and this makes them highly, highly, highly uncomfortable, and you having to deal with that resistance. And I'm getting that more so in relationships. I'm getting that many of you, regarding your career with this energy, you're not going to have the opportunity to be able to present your grievances. You're just going to have to swallow them and make a decision over either changes that you can make that are going to ultimately positively impact you in a way where you can stay in that space, or just get a new job altogether, shift career focus or something like that. Okay. All right. Queen of Wands reverse. This is you. This shows me you feeling controlled due to other people not minding their own damn business, and a lot of outside pointless interference. This also shows me you in a space of very much needing to organize yourself, really taking stock of how busy you are and all that you have on your plate. But I feel like this is just necessary for you as you try to put all your ducks in a row at this point. But it's like everybody has something to say about how you're doing your life. This is what I'm feeling. Or at least one or two people who matter to you, where it's really in your quiet moments, you're like, I just wish they would mind their own business, kind of thing, you know? And now for your external influence of what you're having to deal with, we have Temperance Reverse, which shows an imbalance and unfairness in relationships. Yeah, and problems with money for some of you. That what you pour into relationships and work isn't rewarded. That's another yes. This is your outside influence. This shows me that these issues are creating frustration inside of you, and you'll be struggling with change because many of you are stuck in the past. You're allowing your past to dominate your present and even your future. I am getting that many of you are being plagued. That's a very strong word, but I feel like you're being impacted very much with difficult old memories resurfacing, making you feel held back. But you really want to try to just look at what you need right now in the present, Capricorn. Yes, okay? And now in your fear position, we get the 9 of Coins. Okay, so what is the 9 of Coins, right? This is about making wise financial choices, that are more investments in memories rather than in things, okay? This is you getting in touch with your personal pride, your achievements, your enjoyment. But I'm getting that a lot of you are afraid of this either not coming to fruition, maybe that, okay, I'm getting a lot of you are fearing your financial security. That you might be in a space of feeling the need to hoard, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but just because you're scared, right, about your finances, you're scared of your, I'm even getting for a lot of you, your ability to deal, like your mental space, your mental and emotional health. You're just not sure if you can, you're not sure if you can actually handle the changes that are upon you emotionally, you know? And this is a fear of yours. Yeah. So I'm getting a lot of you, all right, on the mundane level, a lot of you are afraid of your finances right now moving forward. Okay? I'm getting that a lot of you are feeling very vulnerable right now and very insecure. Guys, this is about you tapping into that second chakra and really asking you guys to feel the sense of security that you can when you do second chakra work. If you want to know how to do chakra work, guys, YouTube has so many really good videos. Because I'm getting this is very necessary for you guys, Capricorn. This is more about fear. I feel like it's more fear than it is reality based. It's like you truly fear truly being independent. You're fearing for your security. You're fearing your ability to harvest things for yourself moving forward. This is just because you guys have been through a whole lot and changes are happening in pivotal points in your life, not in your entire life. Not in your entire life, but in pivotal points, yeah. Now look at the outcome, the Fool. I love this. This is also awesome. You know, this is about, you know, freedom and revolution and rebellion and reform. This is the card of hope and change, you know, without the respect for traditions of the past or cares of the present. This is you just being like, you know what? I just have to do this. I just have to do it. This is you really tapping into the fact that you're never going to actually feel ready. And this is blind trust in the universe. But no, you have to know. Expect sudden and unexpected changes. You know? Absolutely. This is independence. This is originality. This is moving forward, willing to take a risk, right? Opening up in new ways. Opening up new paths for yourself. Taking these calculated risks, even though you're unsure of exactly maybe where you're going or exactly what's going to happen. You don't have all the answers right now, but you are going to be in a space of feeling willing to take that leap of faith. This is definitely 100% an optimistic card and a fresh perspective. And, you know, what the Fool brings opportunity to start over and feel young again, or excited at the idea of a new way of living and you being ready to explore and discover. Many of you are going to be starting new relationships in this energy. Go with the flow. If you're starting new relationships, guys, go with the flow at this point. Don't try to figure everything out beforehand, right? Go with the flow. Many of you are going to be having new opportunities in your current job or a new career altogether. Yes, yes, really positive. This is about you making a decision and pushing forward and not looking back and having the courage to commit to your path and you being fully in the moment in your life, just really being in your life and in the moment. In your life and in the moment. That is the outcome. So you know what? All of that is worth it with that outcome. Yes. But you know, I have more of a lightness to this reading than we've been having, Capricorn. I do have to tell you that. Yeah. Yeah. And I love this because I love that on August 13th into the 14th, we have that Sun in Leo conjunct Venus in Leo. Exciting news, exciting events are very, very likely right now. Yes, it's a chance to be seen in a bigger way comes from this transit. This is great for romance, for fun, for creativity. Those of you who have children, this is a great time for your children. Could be a little wonky with the ego. You don't want to get too crazy with the ego there, but that's the only little caveat, and who cares about that? Because you know what? Who cares? You guys have the right to be in your ego a little bit. You guys have been through a lot. So there. Capricorn, that is what I have for you. I will see you guys next time. Until then, you guys take care. Bye-bye.